Right, hello there guys, me again, literally about 5 minutes later. Welcome back to yet another new video, or maybe two, we'll see how the day goes. But, I have two heaps of shit in front of me, so let's flip the camera around and let's see what we're doing. Here we go, we have the Turd. The Turd is back on the channel, and we've got Chloe's Ibiza up the back there. So I don't know if this is going into two videos. Graham reckons it should. I'm not too sure. I think we'll just see how the day goes. But essentially, we've got repairs and mods to do on Chloe's car, and we've got to basically replace the front end on this. As you can tell, you got drive shafts, wishbones, droplet, loads of stuff for this. Also as well, quick update since this was last on the channel, but we have another sleeper mark. Yeah, we have another sleeper mark. That was an interesting story. But yeah, so the Toledo is back on the channel, the 1820 valve. What are we doing on the Toledo today?
We have got downpipe gasket, passenger drive shafts, as long as they've sent through the right one. Not discs, just pads all round. Lower wishbones and roll bar drop links.
So yeah,
and a headlight.
Oh, we got a headlight.
Got a headlight in the box.
Nice. So yeah,
there's a good story with that headlight.
Yeah, which is this one here.
Yeah.
So why did you crash?
Someone cut me up on the roundabout basically. They were in the left lane, I was in the right lane to go round to the fourth exit. I've gone round and they've wanted the fifth exit. So obviously, two into one don't go. That hit their wheel, so it done absolutely no damage to their car whatsoever, because it was raining as well. They looked at theirs first and went, ah, yeah, nothing done to ours. I turned round to look at this one and turned back to them and they were gone. I was like, oh great. So I didn't get any number plate or anything. So just remember everyone, get your phone out and record before you even get out the car.
So there you go. But even then, that's not dreadful damage. I mean, we've got a slight buckle on the wing.
Yeah.
Headlight is absolutely shot.
Yeah.
And we're essentially just missing a bit of trim off the bumper.
Yes.
But that's mainly because of that.
Yeah.
So, oh yeah, and a little nick in the bonnet. But, not the end of the world. So yeah, that's what's happening to this today. And then if we move over to Chloe's car, because we have a lot of stuff. So, on the back seat, please open. Nope. No, do it again. There we go. On the back seat, we have front and rear big brake upgrade with EBC discs, EBC pads, and Chloe has been painting.
Not very well.
There's the new colour. Now this is a lot more minty green in person than it is on camera, but trust me, it's like a Porsche mint green colour. Fucking gorgeous. We've also got a set of poly bushes for the front wishbones, which are in there.
Hey, Sandpoint.
We've got a set of wind deflectors because rice a mod. And in here, I went bin raiding. This is to fix a couple of minute boost leaks with clips and shit. And we've got an EGR delete in there as well. All free of charge, so I'm not complaining. So yeah, we've got quite a lot to be getting on with today. The time currently is about 9:20 in the morning. So, and it's just started raining. So let's crack on. Right, so the first job we're doing on the Toledo is the drive shaft. There's two different variants of drive shaft. It depends on what your car has. You've got, what is it? You've got
there's a nut type and a bolt type.
Yep.
So on the outer, obviously we got the nut type, but they do a version where you put a bolt in and they don't fit each other. So if you've got one with a bolt and you get a nut shaft, you know it's not going to fit straight away. But we're lucky with this one.
So yeah, that is the difference, so make sure you get the right one of those. But to do this is something I found really weird when Graham started. You have to pull the centre cap out and actually undo the bolt with the wheel on, which is really weird. That's sort of throwing me a little bit. He said that you can, to an extent, do this job with the wheel on. It just makes it very awkward because the wheel's in the way trying to get to what you need to. So it's just easier with the wheel off. But you have to have the wheel on to undo that bolt first. Or nut, whatever it is. And then, yeah, jack the car up, take the wheel off, pull the drive shaft out, put the new one in, reverse the cycle. Meanwhile, Chloe's over there on her hands and knees. And she's loosening off all of her wheels. So essentially what we're doing on this is we've got 312mm front discs and pads and carriers and calipers, and 256 on the rear, which ironically came off of one of these. So going back to what I said in my last video about these being a bit of a interchangeable jigsaw puzzle, there you go. The brakes on this fit straight onto this. Who would have guessed? Alright, so getting Chloe's car up in the air. She's got to take her under tray off so we can jack it up the same way we jacked this up, which was very flipping dodgy. We're going to go for the subframe, but there's an under tray in the way, which is what she's removing. So we're going to jack up directly from the front on the subframe, lift it up, axle stand, job done. Because as you can see, we're actually working on planks of wood, which is not the best. Meanwhile, on the front of Graham's car, he's got these wheels off. And what is it you're doing over here?
So I'm just putting the bolts back in so I can lock it in place with a screwdriver, and then I can undo the bolts for the inner part of the drive shaft,
which is right back there where his ratchet's hanging.
And then I'll be able to, once they're all off, I'll undo the 3 bolts on the bottom of the wishbone.
Yep.
And then give that a whack. That should pop that out. And I should be able to pull that off and get the shaft out.
So yeah, it is quite an easy task, but there's quite a method to doing it, I think, with drive shafts, because I've done one before. That was on a Clio. That ended badly though, but we won't go into that.
With VW you don't have to worry about your gearbox oil either.
Ah, fair enough. So yeah, he's just pulling his drive shaft, she's taking her under tray off, and then yeah. Alright, that's that up on axle stands. She's just ripping the front wheels off now. How's it going down here?
There?
Is the new shaft in, or?
No. So I've taken out the 3 bolts that hold the ball joint to the wishbone.
Yep.
I'm going to take the 2 bolts out the back of the wishbone because we're changing this one anyway, but this, if you're just changing the actual shaft, you don't need to worry about these 2 back ones. So I was just changing the shaft now. I'm at a point where I could just pull that out and then take the shaft out.
Yep.
But because we're doing the wishbones as well, I'm going to get that out of the way.
Cool.
Make it easier.
Cool. So yeah, quite a lot of progress being made there. Chloe's got her first wheel off.
That's really light.
Is it?
Yeah, that felt really light for me.
That might be why your steering's light then.
I can lift it up kind of with one hand.
Let's see. That is a well light wheel. For an OEM wheel, that is well light. I like that. But yeah, so other wheel's got to come off, and then you've got to start taking your brakes off.
Nice.
If you don't draw blood from working on your cars, then you ain't working hard enough on them. I wish this camera would flip in focus. There we go. That's what happens when you
Don't wear gloves.
don't wear gloves and you smash your knuckle on a caliper between a ratchet. So I've got to go and find a plaster now. Right, so I fixed myself with a plaster, and Graham's got the drive shaft out finally. So what had failed?
I don't know if we're going to catch it on.
You can sort of hear the knocking.
We can.
Yeah, we can. Don't know whether the camera will pick it up. But yeah, that is knackered. Now time for a nice new squeaky one. They look totally different to one another. Oh, no, same size. That's good.
Hopefully. This one's a bit longer.
Hmm.
That's annoying.
That's a bit of an issue, that, isn't it?
Possibly.
Right, okay. Well, anyway.
Press head.
Huh?
You
crosshead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 secs. Anyway, drive shaft's all removed, as you can see. So, oh, and the wishbone's gone as well. I've just noticed that. Where's the old wishbone? There, that is. Definitely seen better days. So, yeah, she needs me help, so I'm going to go and see what she needs.
You have to put it on the pipe first and then drop it down onto it.
Right, so quick update on this. We had to drill out the retaining screw because someone used an aftermarket one, which is why that looks a bit shiny now. We've unclipped the brake hose from the strut area, and now we're just undoing the brake line, because luckily these ones come with the brake lines attached. So she's just trying to undo them. She's actually done really well doing this so far. She's taken her time, been, you know, double checking what she's doing.
Need to go to the back.
So yeah, she's going to undo that, and then Graham's just marrying up his new bits. We are unsure on the drive shaft, as it seems to be a different size, as you saw in the last shot. But these are the new lower arms, which apparently allow for more camber. So it should make it sit a little different on the car, and hopefully make the handling a little better. But that's the new one in comparison to the old one, and he's just sorting these out now. You know when you start jobs and you just really wish you hadn't started them? That's the same story with that, and the same story with that at the moment. So that drive shaft is in fact a fraction too long.
More than a fraction.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's about 20 mil.
Jesus. So would you say that's a driver's side one then?
No.
Or just generally incorrect?
Just generally incorrect.
Lovely.
It's probably... or possibly for a 5-speed box or something like that instead.
Yeah.
Because it says it's for the 1.8 and the 1.9.
Yeah.
On the listing. Unfortunately, I'm out of the return window as well. Yeah, it says it's for the 1.8 and the 1.9 TDI.
But you reckon that'll be the 5-speed box variant?
I reckon it's... yeah, possibly.
Because obviously this
Although
is 6-speed.
It says, look, 1.8 turbo, Mark II 20 valve.
Yeah, but they still come with the 5-speed boxes on the Octavias though, didn't they? So I do
Yeah,
reckon
the Octavias do, but this is for the Toledo.
Ah. Yeah. So it ain't the correct one.
No.
Well, that's a bummer.
It doesn't look like it is.
So what's it going to be? Old shaft back in, but new arms on?
Yeah, new wishbones on still, yeah. The older drive shaft will have to go in.
Yep.
I don't even want to take it apart to try and grease it. Where have I put the old one?
There, right next to you.
So, obviously that new one's a bit thinner as well. But if I line that up where that sits, you can see
Yeah.
that face to that face. There's quite a difference. And if I put that back...
It's almost like you've got 2 hub sections.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, that. So yeah, that's been a bit of an arse. That car's fighted both Chloe and Graham because of the retaining screw, and just trying to figure out how we're going to transfer it all over. But as you can see, she's putting her new stuff in. Here we go, this is what I was on about. So this is all second hand, all this stuff. Ignore the rust, the discs are fine. But look at that. EBC green stuff pads, and look at the amount of meat still on them. Got all of this for 230 quid posted, which ain't bad. So yeah, she's just building up her calipers, bolting it to the carrier, etc, etc. And we're going to basically put all of that into place. Then, to prevent losing so much brake fluid, all of the old assembly is down there. We're just going to quickly switch the hoses over, and hopefully we won't lose much brake fluid. So yeah, she's just building them back up. Graham's probably going to put his drive shaft back in, and then we'll see where it's going from there. Right. I'm just a bearer of bad news here. So not only does the drive shaft not fit, he also needs new ball joints, because on these new ones he is out by half a hole. So, but it's a Sunday, so there's nowhere open to get the ball joints. So basically all the work he's just done, he now needs to revert all of that, put all of that back together, and then potentially move on to something else over here. Lovely. Right, and there is one side done. It's not completely done, we still need to hook up the hose and stuff, but Graham's going to help us with that in a bit. But all of the assembly is on and done and dusted. We're going to get Graham to probably double check the, you know, the bolts and all that, make sure they're all done up properly. But they're on, which is a very good sign. So she's now started on the other side, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this doesn't want to come out as easily as the other one did though.
Fair enough. But yeah, she's starting on that side, and if we come down here, Graham is putting everything back together. He's taken the old, the new wishbones out. He did some research when he went and grabbed a drink, and for the Toledo it's a 50mm bolt holey thingy, but for the Cupra R's, which is what this is off of, it's a 54mm, so that's why, you know, there's a bit of an issue there. So yeah, he's just undoing all of that, taking that off, which then leaves us with the turbo gasket to do, the brake pads to do, and the headlight, and then this is done as far as we can get it done. And then yeah, Chloe's is brakes all round and a couple of other little jobs, and that's it. So we're sort of, I guess, making progress. This looks good, doesn't it?
What, the weather?
The weather.
Fantastic.
It's like midday and it's dark. But that's on. And that's on. All we need to do is connect up the brake hoses, and then that's the front's done. But at the moment, Graham's doing bits on the Toledo. What's changed over here? Anything?
Nothing. It's
Nothing.
all back to how it was at 9 o'clock this morning, roughly.
That's right. At least you can, you know, speed run it next time.
I mean, at least I know that stuff will come undone.
Yeah, exactly.
Apart from the ball joint. But I've got a new splitter for that. I've got a splitter for that anyway, so it's not end of the world.
But yeah, so that's back to normal. Shall we just tidy your one up first and then carry on with the beefer, or?
No, you've only got a couple of little bits to do on that, and then you're in the same sort of position, wheels back on, so.
Fair enough. Right, okay. Well, we'll get this tidied up then.
We'll do
But
this side first, so there's a maxi.
so you've undone the lower arms, haven't you?
Only on this side.
Oh, only on that side. Yeah. So the lower arms have been undone on this side because we are going to put in the poly bushes. So we'll get going with. Hey?
If it comes undone.
If it comes undone. So we'll get on, do that. It's easy to take these lower arms out. There's a couple of bolts and crap.
Bolts, and then it's into a clamp like that.
There you go. So yeah, 3 bolts and then the whole thing drops out. So once that's out, we'll take a look at that and do the poly bushing. Alright, so all the hoses and stuff are now hooked up. It's all put back together brake wise. Graham's just over here changing his brake pads because he had uneven wear on the front. Yeah, that is a bit shite.
So I'm just cleaning up the sliders, and the new ones are going.
And you have gone for some Tarox.
Yes, Tarox Strada.
I've never heard of them.
No,
Are they supposed to be good?
I don't know, but that's all the budget would allow. Because if you remember in some of the previous videos, if you haven't watched them, go watch them. We say how much of a budget we are having on this car.
Which was, what was it?
No, they'll have to go and watch the other videos and find out.
Oh, okay, fair enough. But yeah, so we are working to a budget. So some of these bits might be a bit weird to have. I'm not too sure, but
they're not what I necessarily normally go for.
Yeah, exactly.
Normally I'd go for a set of like Turdlido DS2500s or something like that. Or I'd even go down the route of a set of genuine. But also, if they watch some other videos, they might know that someone is fingers crossed driving the car, and in his email he said so long as the brakes are good, which is the main reason for getting these done. But it just so happens that the pads were worn out anyway. Yeah,
so at least that's one good thing to come out of this car today, is the brake pads are done. The other jobs we got left are the headlight and the exhaust turbo manifold gasket thingy. And didn't you say you was going to try and sort out that brake servo as well, or is that inside the car?
It's inside the car, but fingers crossed it's just a dry seal that needs a new leaf of life. It doesn't do it all the time. I think it's just a bit dry.
So there we go. Then that should be that car buttoned up. In the meantime, that's now buttoned up by the looks of it. So it's onto pulley bushing, dropping the front end down. Eh?
No, if you're pulley bushing, leave the wheel on.
Yeah. So it's onto pulley bushing, then dropping the front end down, then the rear brakes. Then that's done. Then we've got a couple of minute boost leaks that we may be able to fix with an abundance of stuff I pulled out of a bin. Yeah, that's good. And then it's wind deflectors, and I think done. So, sounds like a long list, but realistically, shouldn't be too long. Right, we've literally just been flat out for the past hour, roughly, just trying to knock these jobs out, because we're taking too long prattling around and, you know, having a laugh and stuff. But
we're taking too long solving problems that shouldn't have been there.
Oh, that, yeah. So Chloe's having a go at taking her lower arms off. It's only 3 bolts. She's actually got really involved today, which is quite nice to see. She's even done this set of pads for Graham as well. Whilst me and Graham have been ripping the front end of the Toledo apart.
That one.
Front bumpers off. That was quite a straightforward job. Headlight is out. New headlight is there. Yeah, she's really really not looking healthy at the moment. But this is the old unit, and they bloody done a good job at this. Look at that. It's just completely and utterly destroyed everywhere. So that's that unit done for. Chuck that over there. And then this is the nice new left-hand drive unit that's going into the car, which should be straightforward enough. I might try and knock that out quickly, actually. So yeah, that's going in. Chloe's laying on the floor like a tit. And yeah, I just thought I'd post a quick update because yeah, like I said, we've just been flat out for like the past hour. Right, me and Graham have both been fighting this, but it is amazing the amount of damage, because it was only a little side swipe that happened, but it's amazing the amount of damage that has actually happened.
About 10 mile an hour.
Yeah, about 10 mile an hour. So, ouch.
Sorry.
So that's pissed. That's all buckled in. That's supposed to be nice and curved. All this plastic under here is completely destroyed, which means that that bolt hole there was not lining up properly. So we've had to pull that out. And now at the moment, without it sitting, it's just, it really is sitting pissed. Because you just can't straighten it up. You can't get it into a good position. So this is being a bit of a female dog to get back in, but we're getting there slowly. Yeah, don't believe how ruined it all is. So that's what happens when you have a fender bender, literally a fender bender. All of that toast. That fucking got my hand. Oh.
Very hot.
Yep. 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 Same caliper. For the record, Graham put this intercooler in, I think.
I didn't put the intercooler on.
You didn't. He didn't put the intercooler in, but whoever did, cable tied it. So we're actually fabricating brackets, if you're wondering what that was. And yes, I did burn my thumb as well when filming the last shot. But yeah, that is still fighting us. This is just titivating, really, doing the job properly. And yeah, we're getting places slowly. This is going to be a long old day though. Oh God, what a time. Right, so the crash bar's now had to come off to fix this bodge that the others have done, because we need to drill through it further. So that's now off. A bolt snapped holding that on, so I had to find a replacement bolt, but that's that done for now. And now Graham's trying to drill out the old bushes from Chloe's wishbones, so we can poly bush that. And it keeps snapping drill bits, which is irritating. Yeah, it's all going well. We should be on the backs of these cars by now, but we're not. Right, so just a quick update. Graham's just finalising his new intercooler mount so we can get rid of all the nasty cable ties. We've got the driver's side wishbone assembly out with a new poly bush in here, and Chloe's just doing the one for there now.
Loosen it up.
So that's that in, well, going to be in, and then that can go back on there. Then we've got to do the same on the other side, and then for Chloe's car it's the rear brakes, and then pretty much done. And then for Graham's car it's rear brakes and pretty much done. So it's been a while. It's been probably easily another hour or so since I last recorded. We've been bouncing between both cars and we've honestly just been fighting them. Like, both of them have been giving us trouble today, which is really irritating. But we are getting there still. So keep pushing forwards. We might be done for work tomorrow. Finally.
The rock has come back to me.
Got the wheels put on this side, but if we look on this side, the wheel's finally back on. Front bumper's finally back on. Everything else is finally back together. That is almost done. Yeah, it's been a long day so far, and we've still got the rear end to do yet. Well, not on yours.
Not on either.
Really?
Yeah, we're running out of time.
Fair enough.
He's got to go out in probably about half an hour to an hour.
Alright.
We're going to even struggle to get the other side poly bushed.
Wow. Well, I don't know at the moment, I'm trying to film. Okay, well, the rear ends ain't being done today, which is really frustrating. But the front of that is pretty much buttoned up. This is buttoned up now, thankfully. Yeah, it's been an arse. Been an absolute arse. But we'll finish these up, get them back on the ground, and sort of call it done. Right guys, we're pretty much packing this in now. The Toledo for the most part is back together. Chloe's car's just getting put back together on one side. It still needs the other side poly bushing and the rear brakes doing, as well as the boost leaks looking at. But yeah, we're running out of time, we're running out of daylight. We're all very defeated by it. Chloe's going to come back tomorrow after work, get it all buttoned up because she can finish earlier than I can, which will then leave me walking or taking a train because the Swift is currently out of commission, which is fun. So yeah, this hasn't gone smoothly whatsoever today, but like I said, Chloe's finishing at 2:30 tomorrow, getting back here to finish up her car. Graham will probably do his during the day or something before she arrives, I don't know, but I'm gutted that I couldn't film it all. But it's the way it goes when you work on cars. Sometimes it can be straightforward, other times you can just be fighting constant battles, and today unfortunately we was just fighting constant battles with both of the cars. None of them wanted to play ball whatsoever. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, please be sure to slap a like on it. Comment down below whatever you decide to comment, I don't really care. And more importantly, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you in whatever the next one will be. If Chloe's car is definitely finished by the time this video releases, which it should be, I'll add a photo or something at the end so you can see what it all looks like. But yeah, for now, catch you in the next one.